Hey, out there, rambling land, rambling. So I've only got 7 subscribers, which is fine. I mean, I'm not doing this for subscribers, but I know what to call you. Actually, that's not. Never mind. That's not a good idea. I was going to call you the Ramblers. Nancy's Ramblers. I could work. Maybe I could make some shirts. I'll give you some shirts. Nancy's Rambler. Oh my goodness. The weather where I am, it never really knows what it's gonna do. Like yesterday, it wasn't cold. Probably in the 40s, close to 50, but it felt good, you know. Sun was shining, it felt kind of warm. People outside kind of playing. Today, my temperature gauge in the car says it's 47, but I don't think so. Nope, ain't no way, no how, not with that wind chill. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, can I go? Nope, they got an arrow. Not with that wind chill, tell you what. Oh, my nose. I thought I was going to have another sneeze on camera. That would have been G-rate. Not gyrate. That's what you do with your hips. Whoa. When you're dancing and romance. Oh, you're immature, Nancy. I sure am. That's how I was raised. To be immature. So it's, when I grew up we would say mature, and then it slowly changed to you pronounce it mature. I don't know why. Mature. And yet it was still immature. Wouldn't it then? Wouldn't you think it should be immature? Immature? It just makes me think of Kindergarten Cop, you know? Not a tumor, immature. Not a tumor. Yeah, it wasn't a very good accent, but that's okay. Because you know what I'm talking about if you've seen a Kindergarten Cop. Maybe it's a tumor, not a tumor. You can go, you can turn right on a red light. That's the rules in this state. And I'm gonna go too, because I got plenty of room. And I've got a turbo. Oh. Anyway, yeah, the weather, it doesn't know what it's doing from one day to the next. And oh, how's that for some fine camera work? Camera work. It's just sitting there. It's the road that's jiggly. Or maybe I'm jiggly. Actually, I'm probably as jiggly as the road. The road's making me jiggle. The road's making me jiggle. Oh boy. So I don't feel so good today. My rambling's gonna be sick related. Oh my goodness. So what's the reason? Oh my goodness, I'm yawning. Or taunting. Whatever. What's the purpose? So your body makes you feel weak and all this stuff when you're sick. Is that so you don't do anything? So you say like you're supposed to stay in bed and sleep? Is that the purpose of it feeling icky? I feel icky. I think of Icky Shuffle when I hear the word icky. Cincinnati Bengals, yep. Icky Shuffle. Look it up, you know. Look it up. Google it. Oh. YouTube's owned by Google. I could probably say that. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Oh, there's a song out there where the guy laughs in it a lot. It's about a mustache. French. It's probably about all I can say. Copyright, right? Copyright wrong. Copyright left. Copyright up, down, all around. Gotta get the shoulder roll in there. Yeah, roll them shoulders. Yeah. Oh, I feel nice. It doesn't though. Got some knots back there. Yep. Glare, yeah. I probably should just, I'm gonna look like this as I'm driving, so it looks weird, but then in the camera it looks like I'm being sly, like, hey, what are you doing later? You got any free time on your hands? You want to go get some caramels? It's a reference to a movie. It's just as arbitrary as getting coffee. Right? Coffee. Getting coffee. Where do people say coffee? Is that the East Coast? United States coffee? Going to get some coffee. I don't know. It just makes me think of Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny. I'm sure that's a very exaggerated accent, right? Stereotypical. Oh, I gotta keep looking like this so you can see my eyes. Yeah. Then I can't see behind me very well. I gotta look up like that. That's alright. We can see over the left and right and no. Yeah. Coffee. My cousin Vinny. These two Utes. A what? A Ute. Pretty good flick. Shoot, maybe I should ramble about movies. I don't even know. This rambling's going nowhere, you know? But I'm doing it. It's like you get going on something, you don't know what you're doing or why you're doing it, but you're doing it. I'm doing it. What's that from? Oh, that's from a movie. I can't reference that one. I'll get sued up the butt. That's inappropriate. So, the place where I live, near the place where I live, there's like 3 new CVS pharmacies that have gone up in the past year, less than a year. But there were already a couple of Walgreens at least, and they're basically the same thing. I want to say they are the same thing, but probably not. That just seems odd. Like I don't feel like there's the business for it, you know? There's just no business for it. Why wasn't anyone consulted when they did this, huh? Why wasn't anyone consulted? I wish I could sound like that one guy. I want to say his name is Paul. He was the voice of Templeton, the rat, in the cartoon version of Charlotte's Web. His name's Paul. I'll probably have to look it up. I'll remember it if I go long enough rambling. It's a thing. I always hate when I can't remember an actor or an actress's name. Do we still say actor and actress? Is it just one word now, actor? Because I'm fine either way. I just don't know. Either way. Is it Paul? It's probably not even Paul now. Ralph Fiennes. That's not him. I hate when I can't remember a name, though, of an actor. I can see he was even in some episodes of Bewitched. What's Bewitched? Well, it was a horrible movie with Will Ferrell and Nicole Kidman. But before that, it was a sitcom. And I used to watch it on Nick at Night. But this guy was on that show. I think he was one of Sam, who was the witch. It's one of her relatives. But what was his name? Gosh dang it. What's his name? I'm pretty sure now it's not Ralph. Ralph Bellamy? Totally different guy. Totally different guy, but he had one of those weird, like Bobcat Goldthwait has a weird voice, you know. If you don't know who Bobcat Goldthwait is, was a comedian, but he does voiceover stuff and a few other things now. But he has one of those voices, yeah. It's kind of interesting. I just don't know this other guy. I'm gonna have to probably resort to looking it up. Oh, I hate when I have to do that. It's gonna bother me all night. But that's what, yeah, I run through movie things in my brain. I used to play, you know, the Kevin Bacon game, right? Where 6 degrees of separation. And actually, I could there's a way I can get to Kevin Bacon within, I think, either 6 or 8, maybe even 6. But we decided, a friend and I, when we were working together, we decided 6 degrees was too many. We dropped it down to 3 to make it more difficult. So it doesn't help that there's a game, like an online web page, that's kind of cheating. But we did it without cheating. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun to pick some of those people. Of course, when inevitably you can't figure one out, so you go look it up and you do cheat, you find these actors like Eli, crap, what was it now? I can't remember his name. He was in a crap ton of movies, but he was in Mystic River, and he was in a whole bunch of old westerns, and I think that's how you get from John Wayne to Kevin Bacon. Eli something or other. That's his last name. He's something or other is his last name. Not something or other. Something or other. Something or other. I don't know how to spell. I don't even know how to spell something or other. What's his name? Ah, Eli something or other. Oh, Mr. Something or other. How you doing today? You know who else's voice I like? It's kind of interesting though. Pat Buttram had a fun voice. Pat Buttram. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, Pat Buttram. He's into some old westerns and that. Had a fun voice. You know, he's also in one of the voices of the vultures in no, was he a vulture or the sheriff in Robin Hood, the cartoon by Disney? I don't know. Who else was there? Had an interesting voice. Oof. And it makes me think of Good Morning America, because the Vietnamese bar owner was looking for naked pictures of him. Naked pictures of not Walter Matthau. Oh, nope. Walter Matthau. Oh, I think of Walter Matthau. He's in a lot of good movies. Grumpy Old Man, Odd Couple. But with Walter Matthau, I think of when he's in Dennis the Menace. And for the longest time after I watched this, I would try to act out this scene to try to make the sounds. I love the sounds. He's cutting up the chicken. And if you've seen Dennis Menace, you know right where I'm going. He's cutting up the chicken. You can hear the knife on the plate. It has a nice little scratch sound, but not annoying. And then he gets that. And you can hear, like, you probably can't hear that, but you can hear that. And you can see him. He's like trying to figure it out and chewing on the both sides. Tastes like paint and wood. Oh no, he's not trying to get Walter Matthau's naked pictures. Can't think of his name now. He played Stumpy, old Stumpy in Rio Bravo, El Dorado. All the same old bag. Those two John Wayne movies is basically the same movie. One had James Caan in it and Dean Martin. The other one had Robert Mitchum and Ricky Skelton, I think. Oh, it wasn't Pat Buttram. What's his name? You're out there, you're gonna look it up, and then you're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot because I should have remembered what his name was. As he was in a lot of old movies. Well, oh no. Okay, I almost had a sneeze. I don't want to have another sneeze. Anyway, I'm going to try to Oh, this is driving me crazy. 2 names I can't remember. Eli Whitney? No, he was like the Eli Whitney was the cotton gin. This is my brain all the time. All the time. I'm just bouncing from thing to thing here. Martin Landau. No. Who the heck does he want naked pictures of? Anyway, shiny green suit. That's not. I'm not trying to be racist with that. I was trying to say what the Vietnamese guy says. He has his green suit and he's excited, and then Robin Williams says he looks like an Oriental leprechaun. That's what he says. He likes his shiny green suit and he's really proud of it. I think that's the same day, though, that his bar gets blown up by the peoples. This is my longest ramble yet, and I haven't even. Oh, this is at the end of the video, but I'm just gonna remind you. Okay, I'm gonna remind you out there. Anything on this or any of my other videos may or may not reflect the views of my workplace employer. Sounds good to me.